Hi there, Dave Dubeau, publisher of Canadian Profits, the place for profits for Canadian small business owners and professional real estate investors. Welcome to this week's episode. And this week we're going to be talking about, when it comes to real estate, we'll be talking about one of the profit centers of real estate. For our Mindset Minute, we'll be talking about negative motivators. And for the business breakthrough section, I'm going to be talking about my golden rules of marketing. So stay tuned. And today for our business breakthrough segment, I want to talk about golden rule marketing. Now, what's golden rule marketing? Sounds kind of biblical. Well, basically it is kind of biblical. It means give before you get. A lot of people ask me, Dave, how has Fast Track and Darren Weeks and the Fast Track, a group of companies, how have they grown so fast, so quickly? And simply put, it's because they follow golden rule marketing. They give first. So when Darren goes out and does a free How to Get Rich in Canada event, he offers that for free. It definitely isn't free for us. It costs a lot of money to put those events on, a lot of money to do the marketing, to get people to come out to them, to give them good, solid, free information. So that's him giving first. Then people come out, they see what he has to offer, he invites them out to other free events, and that's where they present the different products and services that the Fast Track group offers. So he gives first and gets back later. Now, how can you apply that in your own business? Well, it's very, very simple. It means that instead of trying to do a quick fix marketing type campaign where you're trying to sell something right off the bat, it's to switch your mindset to where you're doing what's called lead generation advertising first. What's that? That means you're trying to get your ideal prospective customer to put up their hand and say, yes, I'm interested in your product or service. So you can do that by offering free education, like free special reports, free CDs, free DVDs, some sort of a free video on your website. Free information is a fantastic way to do it because it's very, very inexpensive and it has high perceived value as well. It also starts the relationship. It puts you in that person's mind as an expert and makes them feel much more comfortable about working with you and your company. So that's your business breakthrough minute. All right, today in our real estate tips segment, I want to talk to you about one of the 7 profit centers of real estate investing. And that is the one we're all really familiar with, which is appreciation. So every year in most markets, property prices are increasing in value. In fact, over Canada, historically, the average is a little over 3% a year. Some markets are less, some markets are going down a little bit, other markets are kind of flat, other markets are going up much higher than that. And markets always change. However, on average, property prices increase over time. So appreciation is buying a property and basically just sitting on it and riding the value up with the market. Now, the big advantage to that, and we'll talk about this other profit center, is with leverage. So if you put 20% down to get into a property and that property appreciates 3% a year, you're not getting a 3% return on your money. You're getting a much higher return, more like 15, 16% because of the leverage that you've got on your cash that you put into the deal. So that's appreciation. That's what most people are familiar with. The big thing you have to be very concerned about with investing for appreciation is what goes up can go down. As we've seen in Alberta recently, parts of BC, other parts of the country, people bought at the peak and then the next year the prices went down and they're sitting on a house that's worth less than what they paid for them. So if you're just investing for appreciation, that's actually called speculation. It's a little bit of a dangerous game, and that's why we'll be talking about the other profit centers that you should be aware of when it comes to real estate investing. Okay, for this week's Mindset Minute, what I want to talk to you about are negative motivators. What the heck is a negative motivator, Dave? Well, that's something, because we always hear about be positive, think positive, everything should be bright and shiny and positive all the time. Well, reality is life isn't like that all the time. And sometimes for some people, what they really need as a good swift kick in the butt to get motivated to do something is somebody telling them they can't do it, or somebody telling them that they're stupid, or somebody telling them, taking them down and not believing in their abilities. Myself, that happened to me at a young age. My own father, bless his soul, was trying to look out for me, and I was just starting up a business, or talking about starting up a business in Costa Rica. And my dad took me aside and he said, Dave, you know, I love you, son, but you just don't have what it takes to be in business for yourself. You don't have the fortitude of the constitution for it. You don't have what it takes to be a businessman. So that was a bitter blow coming from my dad, and I had a lot of nasty things that I thought about him for saying that. But what I did, instead of getting really angry about that, is I took that memory, and I said, in my heart, I said, I'll show you. So I took that negative experience and turned it into a motivator, and I went out and started my business in Costa Rica through a lot of trials and tribulations, brought it up, made it very, very successful. And about 5 years later, when I got together with my dad again, he actually said, Dave, you remember that time I told you that you didn't have what it takes to make it in business? I take it back. I was wrong. You've proved me wrong. So I'm proud of you, son. So that was a lot of redemption. Felt really good. Yourself, if somebody puts you down, if somebody says, what's that crazy idea about getting involved in real estate investing, or why are you thinking of starting your own business? Why are you going to quit a good, steady job to start your own business? Use that as a negative motivator to spur you along to do even bigger and better things. So that's what negative motivators are all about. All right, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Stay tuned for next week, when we're going to be talking about one of the biggest real estate myths. We're also going to be talking about the importance of clarity when it comes to reaching your goals. And for our business segment, we're going to be talking about pricing and where you should be when it comes to pricing your products or services. Stay tuned, and talk to you next week.
Business owners and real estate investors, look at this. A membership program called Canadian Profits, which focuses on Canadianized information, education, and inspiration. This is the best place to get oriented and specialized information about the world's best nation. Sign up now and get a free book, Canadian Profits. It's worth taking a look.